Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Statesman Podcast, where we dissect power, politics, and the puppeteer pulling the strings behind the scenes in Zimbabwe. So today we dive into a document that seems routine on the surface, but beneath the bureaucratic language lies a political chess move aimed at none other than Kudakwashi Tagwirei. So on the 5th of June 2025, ZANU-PF Secretary General Obert Mpofu, he sent out a circular to all the provinces, and the subject of the circular was qualifications for appointment to the Central Committee. Straightforward, right? Not quite. This is politics, guys. Kutamirana, kunjengana, kuwandirana. So let's try and break it down here. So the circular states that to be appointed to the Central Committee is ZANU-PF's highest decision-making body. Between congresses, an individual must meet two criteria. The first criteria concerns party membership. So the candidate must be fully subscribed. He or she must be an active ZANU-PF member in good standing. And I think Kudakwashi Tagwirei qualifies there. All right. Then the second criteria, Article 1.2, the candidate must be a proven, provincial or higher service. Higher service, this can be someone maybe who has been working as a diplomat, or someone has been serving in the military. Those are exempted from some of the requirements of being a member of the party or of the province. Remember, ZANU-PF, it comprised of the political side, and then it also comprised the military side, which was ZANLA. So if you are in the military, the Constitution of Zimbabwe does not really allow or permit soldiers or those in civil service to dabble into politics. So you can't be a part of a political party. You can't be in a provincial body or a district body or of some sort. So if you have been serving in the military, you can be exempted. So one must have held office at the provincial level or a higher level for at least 5 years immediately preceding the appointment. Now, that second part is the killer clause. This is what it means. It means if you are a latecomer to formal structures or worse, someone who has been operating from behind the curtain, you are out. You don't qualify. And this is where the script flips to Kudakwashi Tagwirei. We have spoken a few times about Kudakwashi Tagwirei on this podcast. He is no stranger to power. He is the shadow financer behind multiple state-linked enterprises, such as Kuvimba. You know Kuvimba, the Sovereign Wealth Fund. And you know Sakunda, another company again, which financed Command Agriculture. And he is also a key ally of President Mnangagwa. This guy, he has controlled tenders, he influenced the military procurement, and is even handing out title deeds to land, a role normally reserved for state actors. But here is the irony. He has never been elected to any office in ZANU-PF. No provincial post, no politburo seat, no grassroots climb. He has always operated as the untouchable backroom tsar, and that makes him technically ineligible under the new circular. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. So this circular comes at a time when Tagwirei's name has increasingly been floated for formal recognition within ZANU-PF. He already has been appointed as a board member in the Harare province structures. So So there has been murmurs of him wanting a central committee seat to solidify his influence officially. We touched up on this on a previous episode. You can check it out. But then the party seems to have closed ranks for one reason or the other. So by enforcing a rigid 5-year service requirement with no exceptions allowed, the leadership has essentially built a firewall around the central committee. You can't penetrate it, Mjita, you can't get in. It's a firewall. It's a stone wall. So this firewall is one that even Tagure's money, even Tagure's billions and proximity to the president can't even bend through. And the president somehow might be realizing that this is very much difficult than he thought. Right, so in fact, in this circular, the directive even warns that no person lacking either requirement shall be nominated or considered. You know your primary school English, either or. So if you do not meet one of the two requirements, then you can't be considered. It's a done deal. You are out. So that is very much airtight. That is exclusion, and not only exclusion, it's exclusion by design. So what does this all mean? So on one hand, this may reflect a genuine push to restore internal discipline within the party, within ZANU-PF, to prevent business people from parachuting into powerful political positions. Because business people like Tagore, with loads of cash, who are very rich, who are wealthy, they can use their influence to rise, and also even not adhering to requirements that may be essential and expected of those without money, of ordinary members, of ordinary citizens, and so forth. So on the other hand, though, it smells like a turf war, territorial wars. Some factions in ZANU-PF may be worried that Tagure's growing influence is getting too much. You know, he already controls economic levers. Giving him political authority may tip the scales too far. Now, this circular could be a message from the old guard. You may fund the machine, but you can't run it. You can fund the machine, but you can't run it. Give us the money, support us, give us the resources, but you can't have political power. You can't have it. It becomes too much on one person, and you can't be that powerful as a single person. So what happens next? So for me, here is what to watch. Tagore may try to lobby for a constitutional exception, but I'm not sure that is going to be easy anymore. If you heard Chris Muchangwa saying Tagure's attendance of the previous Central Committee meeting where he was chased away by the general, he might have just delayed his adoption into the Central Committee. So will the first secretary, who is the president, intervene? Let's wait and see if that's going to happen. Or maybe this is the beginning of a quiet sidelining of one of Zimbabwe's most powerful oligarchs. So either way, this document isn't just about internal process. It's a power play. And the ripple effects may soon be felt beyond the corridors of the party, into the very foundations of Zimbabwe's patronage system. So that is it for today's episode of the Statesman Podcast. If you find this insightful, don't forget to subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think ZANU-PF is cleaning house, or are they simply gatekeeping power from their own kingmakers? Until next time, stay alert, stay informed.